Hola, ¿qué tal? Hello, I'm Tony Galvez from Road Trip Spain and Portugal, where we help you plan the perfect trip with practical information and insider tips. This today is yet another video, another questions and answers session. And the way it works, it's very simple. You leave a question for us, either at the commentary box down here or anywhere else on the channel. And next time we record a Q&A session, we will try to reply to your question. Do remember, we usually publish the videos, Q&A videos, every 2 months. So next video should air around mid-August. If you're coming to Spain in July, don't leave a question for the next Q&A. It will only air in August. So let's go with the questions that I have here on my smartphone. And the first question is from Magdalena. I love how practical you are. It's a real help for travelers. Thank you, Magdalena. Maybe you could do a video about Maresme one day. We live in Premià and are using your tips for Barcelona, but it would be great to listen about Maresme as well. For instance, I still don't understand the ticket system for bus C10, so I always take train R1. Anyway, good job and thank you, Magdalena. There's hardly any demand of information for Maresme, so we're very unlikely to record a video on that region, which has no particular tourist interest. But if you have any questions for us, we'll be delighted to attempt to find a reply for you. And as for how to get from Maresme to Barcelona, I'm absolutely sure you know much more about it than we do because you're doing that on a daily basis. Ask around. Locals always know the best solution. Alison, I'm planning to go to Lisbon and Madeira in September and would love advice on what to see in Madeira in 5 days. Thanks. Alison, we've been to Azores, but we haven't been to Madeira yet. So unfortunately, we cannot share any advice on that destination yet. Gabor Bin. Hi, Tony. We're planning a holiday with my fiancé in Catalonia in June. Based on your previous cool videos, we would buy tickets in advance for Parkwell and Sagrada Familia. What is the difference between skip the line ticket and regular ticket if we buy it in advance? Is it worth to buy skip the line in advance? Gabor, we're going to leave in the description of the video a video we published recently with mistakes you should avoid if you are coming to Spain. And one of them is to buy tickets from non-official sites. And I'm telling you this because we know there are a few sites, tickets.com is one of them, that sells tickets for the Sagrada Familia, overpriced tickets, and they stick the skip the line phrase to the screen where they sell the tickets. But the thing is, there is no skip the line, neither at the Sagrada Familia nor at the Parkwell. And that's because when you buy your ticket, you have to select the time at which you are going to enter the attraction. And for that reason, there are no queues, or the queues are usually move really fast, but there are no skip the line queues because you arrive with the time in your ticket. You will only enter at that time, okay? Be careful with third-party sites. And there are quite a few YouTubers out there recommended those sites because they receive a commission. We do recommend sites when we feel they are beneficial to you. If you are going to pay the same price in the site we recommend to you, then that's absolutely fine with us. But if you are going to pay more, if our recommendation is going to cost you money, that's not with us. We don't do that. That's not what we're here for, okay? The next question is for Wee. Hi Tony, great video. Do you have any tips for San Sebastian and the recommended ways to get to the old town from the airport? We need to record a video on San Sebastian. We'll get there one day. To get from the airport, we'll leave you a link in the description of this video. There are several bus lines that will take you from the center of San Sebastian to the airport. Luis wants to know, I'd like to know if I can make a stop in Zaragoza on my way from Barcelona to Madrid. I will be traveling by high-speed train. You can. But the thing people need to understand is that in Spain, in the high-speed train network with all the companies, there is no such thing as multi-destination tickets. You buy a ticket from A to B. You cannot have a stop in the middle. So in this particular case, you need to buy a ticket from Madrid to Zaragoza and a second ticket from Zaragoza to Barcelona. If you buy a ticket Madrid to Barcelona and get off the train in Zaragoza, you won't be able to travel to Barcelona using that ticket. Marcia wants to know, one more question please. I'm still in the US and I'm going to use your link below to buy tickets for Sagrada Familia. Marcia, we don't have a link of our own to buy tickets for Sagrada Familia. We simply put the link to the official website, but we are not connected to the official website in any way, okay? To us, it's absolutely immaterial, indifferent whether you buy the tickets at the official website or elsewhere, but do buy them at the official website for a better experience. Paying with US credit card. Do I pay in euros or US dollars? You will pay in euros and your credit card will convert them to dollars. Mary, I plan to travel to Barcelona in early October. Should I spend my 14 days around Barcelona or also go to Andalusia? If I go to Andalusia, what's the best itinerary? Mary, we intend to create a consultancy service where we will help you elaborate itineraries to travel throughout Spain, but so far that's at a planning stage. You could do so many different things in 14 days. You could stay in Barcelona and travel around. You could go to Zaragoza, to Valencia. You could divide your stay between Barcelona and Madrid. If you go to Andalusia, things are going to get a bit tight because you won't have enough time. K7. Hi Tony, I'm having trouble finding information on a bus service from Granada Airport into the city center. It would be cheaper to take a bus rather than a taxi. I found one bus website, but it was very confusing. The bus you need to take is 0245, and you're absolutely right. The site is anything but friendly. But you will find the bus as soon as you get to the external part of the airport, and the ticket right now costs €3. That bus will take you to the center of Granada. Grapes TSX, hello. If you can answer this question in your next video, that would be great. Here we are. I am staying in Barcelona for 7 days in September and would like to do a few day trips to Girona, Figueres and Montserrat. What metro card would be the best? Is there one that it's more than 5 days? Most likely won't be taking the train from the airport to hotel, heading to the cruise ship port after I'm done in Barcelona. Can I purchase the pass from Metro Glorious or should I pre-buy? Thank you so much for all your videos. I've shared them with my friend and she loves them too. Great to hear that. Right now, and if you watch the video on how to leave Barcelona airport, you should have seen the hot tip. Right now, and while the discount continues, T-Usual, a ticket valid for 30 days, is unbeatable, is the choice to go for. So you can buy it at any metro station in Barcelona, including Metro Glorious. Carmen wants to know, we're traveling to Spain in November. How much cash would you recommend to bring to spend per day for food? Hotel, tours and travel will all be prepaid. Carmen, that's one of those questions we find it impossible to answer. We don't even know how much we're going to spend in food, never mind other things. So we could say anything from 40 to 300. It depends on your style of travel. There are people who buy their groceries at the supermarket and that's their meals. There are people who like to try Michelin-starred restaurants. Very difficult to tell. 3 little big bikes. Tony, we're traveling from the US to Andalusia, Spain and Portugal in October. Our plan was to rent a car and take a road trip all through southern Spain and end up in Seville. From there, is it best to continue to Faro in a rental car or is there a better way to travel in Portugal than in a rental car? It all depends on what you want to do in Faro. You probably want to travel around the Algarve region. Then, to go from Seville to Faro, you could take a bus. But if you go with a rented car, you can use it to visit the southern coast of Portugal. We would keep the car. Tamara, hello from Canada. Hello, Tamara. When traveling in Spain and entering various museums and sites, is a copy of my passport sufficient? Thank you. Tamara, museums won't ask for a passport for your ID unless you are asking for a special discount related to your age or anything like that. A copy of your passport or ID is no valid proof of ID. So you have to decide whether you think it is absolutely essential to carry it with you or not. The only specific case when you need to have your original passport is when you buy products for which you intend to claim tax-free back. There you need to have your original passport. What you could do is travel with a copy of your passport and your Canadian ID, which presumably is much smaller. Happy is the name of the user. Hello, thanks for your videos. I have been trying to find a speed train from Lisbon to Porto and from Barcelona to Madrid. All online sites are saying the route is not available. Can you please assist? Yes, the tickets you are searching for the date of your travel have not been introduced in the system yet. So you will have to wait. Juan wants to know, we are visiting Madrid in June and we would like to visit a bookstore where we can buy books regarding local culture as well as the Camino de Santiago. Whoa, there are so many bookstores in Madrid. Try one unit of Casa del Libro, for instance. There are a few in the center of Madrid. And finally, Maria Bo Enek. Hi Tony, how are you? Please, how can we go from Barcelona to Port Aventura? There are several ways you could do that. The easiest by far is a local train. It departs or it goes through Sants station in Barcelona and it will stop at Port Aventura Park. So that's the best option by far. And that was our Q&A session for June 2023. The next one in August. And now we will leave you with a video we've mentioned during the program where we highlight mistakes you should avoid when preparing your trip to Spain. That's a video that will contribute to a fantastic stay in our country. We'll see you there.